Hello everyone, and I say everyone because I know the masculine may decide to join us in this video as well, but I am doing this video up mostly for the feminine energy, okay? I received a message not too long ago that said that we had this thing backwards. And I wasn't sure that, I did the thing that we all sometimes do. I second guessed myself. I thought, okay, did that message truly come from my inner guidance system, or was it me thinking that? So I left it. I didn't want to put out a video for you guys that I wasn't sure was the actual message that was coming from my inner guidance. Well, last night actually, I was getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden I had this impulse to go to YouTube, and there would be a message there for me that I needed to see. Now I went into YouTube, and it's always the first video in my feed that is a message for me. And the first video in my feed was called I Will Wait for You, it was called I Waited for You. And I thought that was very apropos, because the message I had gotten about a week ago was that we had this all backwards, feminines, and we do have this backwards. We are not waiting for the masculine to catch up to us. The masculine has been waiting for us to catch up to them. They know. They know. Those of you that haven't been communicating much, if at all, with your masculine, those of you that have been going through this back and forth, just getting comfortable here. Obviously, you're not in union with your masculine for this message, okay? Now, this is for all of you that it resonates with. You are going to know, your inner guidance system is definitely going to tell you that this is a message for you, okay? And it doesn't have to necessarily be at this point in time either. This could be something that it's timeless. You come across this 6 months from now, and this is the message you need to see. But this is for those of us right now that it resonates for it at the time you're watching it. And our behavior, our actions, our reactions to things that they've said and done in the past told them, because they were vibrating higher than us. And when you do vibrate higher than other people and they react to you or situations with you, you know, okay, I know that person's under stress, that person's in pain, or that person is in a state of fearfulness or negativity because of past hurts in relationships, because they have a lack of trust. There's all kinds of different ways of looking at this, but the big point is the masculines knew. They knew just by the way we were that we weren't ready for a relationship with them. So they backed away, they backed out, rather than saying or doing something they might regret down the road because it hurts you badly. They backed away. They decided it was better to do and say nothing than to do and or say something that would hurt us. And even though them stopping communication with us did hurt, when you think about it, feminines, that probably was the best thing they could have done for us. Because feminines in general, especially when we want something, we can all be like the proverbial pit bull, so to speak. When we decide we want something, we love something or someone, and we have to have it. We have to have it, and we have to have it now. And masculines knew we weren't ready. They knew it wasn't the right time for us to come together. So that was my message about a week and a half ago, and that's the one I second guessed. And then last night, so I did nothing about it. Last night I was brought to this video. Now get this, feminines. It's a wedding video, and one of the participants wrote the vows, and the vows are called I waited for you. This is our message from our masculines. They've been waiting for us. This is clear guidance from my guides that I am on the right path with this. Our masculines, we've had this backwards all this time. We've been lashing out, and we've been angry, and we've been hurt, and we've been hurtful toward our masculines because they just won't come forward. They're chicken, they're whatever. They're not. They were doing what they felt was the best thing they could do for the situation and for the feminines. Now, as I clicked out of that video, something popped into my vision, and when I went back to find it, it was another video by these people, and I went back to find it and I couldn't. But I did see it long enough to see the title of that video, and the title of that video is what's so pertinent here. It was called "The Wait is Over." I am so excited to bring that news to you. Now, this is probably not going to be all feminines, a message for all of you, but it certainly is going to be a message for some of you, if not most of you. And isn't that awesome? That's so exciting. And the fact that it was a wedding video. You have a proposal coming your way, and at the very least, to begin with, an apology. The problem being right now is that the masculine knows that by doing what he did, he hurt the feminine. He may have even gone as far as pushing the feminine away by saying, I don't have feelings for you, I don't love you, I'm not interested in you, I've never been attracted to you, whatever. And that was all to push us away because they knew it wasn't the right timing. But the message that came through loud and clear to me last night is the wait is over. Now, please don't get so excited about that to think that today, tomorrow, this weekend. It could be a month from now. It could be 2 months from now, because timing doesn't exist where source energy does, okay? Source energy is all around us. It flows to us and through us, but there is no clock. Source does not use a clock. That is not a thing, or a calendar for that matter. So I feel like that message means we've made it. We've made it to the place we needed to make it to, emotionally, mentally, physically, however you want to look at this. It could mean that we are now ready and have proved ourselves in 5D. And our masculines can come in union with us. We can be in union now because both sides are ready for it, right? Again, it doesn't mean today or tomorrow, but I want you to know that from my experience up to this point, things can look like they're going to take forever to happen. And at the snap of a finger, here they are. It's almost, I feel like we've been waiting a really long time, and some of the feminines are getting to the point where they feel like this is never going to happen. I've been doing all this, I've been waiting, I've been, working on myself, getting everything in order, and this is just never going to be. Try not to think that way, because if you really believe that, then that's a blockage, okay? Then you need to find out, where does that come from? Why do I believe that? And I need to change that belief, because that's going to hold you back from coming into union with your masculine, okay? Now, if you need help with that, I'm here. I book private appointments. We can do it with cards. We can do it without cards. I can help you find the blockages and clear that energy out of you, okay? It's not a big deal. It really is not a big deal. It's, again, it all comes down to beliefs, and you can clear it yourself. What you need to do is ask yourself, do I really believe that? Why do I believe that? And that'll get you to basically the bottom line. And then deal with it. And 9 out of 10 times it's going to come just from this taking so long. You've lost faith, you've lost hope. So law of attraction, what you put out, you're going to get back. So I know a lot of feminines started to think that their masculine was just a big chicken shit. They had too much fear and they just couldn't bring themselves to come to the feminine. If that's how you're thinking and feeling, that is how it's going to be. You are going to push away this union with your masculine. So try not to do that. Try to think about this from an energetic point, to draw your masculine to you by letting them know that you do love them, you do want to be in union with them, and you want to spend the rest of your life with them, and you are ready for them, and you will not reject them, and you will not use a sharp tongue on them when they finally come forward, okay? This was all meant to be. Everything that has taken place up to this point, everything that they have said and done was necessary. It was out of their control, just like everything has been out of our control. And we need to understand that, and we need to get okay with that if we want to come into union. That plays a big part in the win of this, okay? The problem with this at this point right now is that what I was saying before is that the masculine, because of what they've said and done, to hold this off because they knew it wasn't the right time, that we needed to heal some things before we could come into union. They're not sure now if they're going to be rejected by us. They're a little on the nervous side because they think that after all of the cutting words that we've used on them at times in the past, that's going to take place again, and they're afraid of that. They don't want that. They don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be yelled at, screamed at, told off, put down, whatever. I'm not saying the feminines have all done that, but you know what I'm saying. They're a little standoffish right now. They are gaining strength, and they have decided that they're coming forward. They do know that it is time, just like we now do. And I want to remind you of something. I got angry at my twin about a month ago. And I was on my way home from an event that I saw him at, and I was so angry that I was having this conversation with myself on the way home, and I was telling him off. I was by myself in the vehicle, and I was telling off my twin. The next morning I woke up to this sentence in my head, and it was, "You do know I can hear you, right?" And that's when I realized, oh man, be careful, feminines, what you say, how you say it, even just to yourself in regards to your twin, because they can hear us. They can hear us, they sense our energy, and we've come too far to let it not take place now. So what you want to come back to you, put that out to the universe. If you want a kind, loving, respectful, respectable, giving human being in your life, then that's the human being you need to be, okay? Was there anything else I needed? Thought there was something else. Oh, there is something else. It wasn't big enough to put into a separate video on its own, so I thought I would add it to this one. I have been feeling very fearful and full of anxiety at times, off and on here in about the last month. Some of that is your twin, if you're going through the same thing. Some of it is your twin, because they're going through their own anxiety and their own fear because they know it's time to come forward. They know they want to. They know that they want union with their feminines. But like I said, they have a bit of anxiety and a bit of fear around that because they don't want to be rejected. They don't want to go through all of this like we have gone through all of this, waiting and then just to find out that because of what they've said and done in the past, we are never going to give them an opportunity. They don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be hurt by a sharp tongue or curse words. So you are sensing their energy. Not all of it is that, though. Some of it is transitioning into 5D from 3D, because it is something that's so incredibly different than what we're used to. It's like, it's kind of like walking through what you know to be an old psychiatric hospital in the middle of the night. It's pitch black. There's no lights in this place. It's known to be haunted. And you've decided for a good time, you're going in with a couple of flashlights and you want to see what you can see. It's no different than that, okay? Moving into your 5D body, your 5D existence, however you want to look at it, it's going to be a little fearful for your physical self to go through, okay? So just note that if you're feeling fear and anxiety, it's not anything to worry about. It's either your twin or it's you making the shift. And either way, it's a good thing, because it means things are moving forward. Things are finally coming into being. What you've waited for, what you've worked for so long. Some of you, it's been years. You've hoped for it, you've wished it, you've dreamt it, you've begged for it to happen, you've pleaded. All the work you've done, it's finally going to be rewarded. But understand this, it's not just about coming into union with your twin, because when you come into union with your twin, everything else comes with it. You're going to have, everything grows in your life. You're going to have love like you've never known it. You're going to have happiness, bliss, joy like you've never known it. And not only that, financial abundance is going to be yours. This is huge, feminines, huge. Masculines, if you're watching this, please don't fear. The feminines have wanted this as much, if not more than you have, for a long time. They're going to let you in. They're going to welcome you with open arms, because I've been seeing this for a while. The feminines breaking down in tears when this happens, because it's just been something that has been worked on for so long, and we've waited for it for so long, and it's something we've wanted more than anything. When it takes place, feminines, you are likely going to break down into tears of joy. Let them flow. Let them flow. This is amazing. This is so good. I'm so happy for everybody. It's about time. So, feminines, get ready. Be of the energy that you want coming back at you, and it'll happen that much faster. I love you guys. I hope this helps. Leave comments, please. If some of you have already come into union and experienced this, let us know, okay? And as you do come into union, leave comments. Let us know what it's like, what you're going through, what you're experiencing. We all want to hear it. We're all going through the same thing. Thank you for viewing, liking. Please share so others can see this, so it can circulate. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.